Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, I was talking about what is a variable. So now I'm going to talk about the variables, template, handlers, files. These are the topics which I'm going to show you the demo. So I will request everyone to stick to my screen only next 1.5 hours. Okay. So here I'm going to show you variables, templates, handlers, and files. All things out of which all this thing together. Okay. So now what is variables? So variables is a combination of key and value, which you can say variable and value also. So why we use it? Why we use it? Simple. We use it in any programming languages. We use the variables to avoid hard coding and to interpolate. Okay, interpolate different value at different places. Okay, different places. That's a these are the two reasons which we use the main reason for that variables. Guys, do you know in Ansible how many places you can declare the variable? Let's check it out. Ansible variables. How many places? Mm, here. I don't I don't think so. Yeah. Hmm. Which are the places you can declare variables in Ansible? The answer is here. See here. So many places you have declare the variable. So many places. So variable itself is a huge topic, which again, so many types of variable you can declare, so many places you can declare so many precedents are there, so many scopes are there. So these are the places where you can declare the variable. But I am going to teach you the variables in playbook, variables in inventory. Now it's not a two places, by the way. When I say playbook itself, there's so many kind of variables you can declare. Variables in the inventory also, there's so many kind of places you can declare the variable. So see here, these are the inventory variables. This is again playbook variables, inventory variable, playbook variable, inventory variable, playbook variable, play variables. So yeah, so many places are there. Okay, so let me share with you one of the URL which will help you to get started the variable in easy way. Which URL? The URL is devopschool.com/tutorial/ansible. Okay, here I go and I'll check the variables. Not easy to locate, so I'll search here it is, Ansible variable complete reference. I click on it. So guys, these are the variables which I'm going to teach you. This URL you can use as a reference. Okay, so now let's update this ARS. I got the two machines, new machines. So here, and guys, please look at this demo very carefully because you have to do that as part of the assignments. So mind it. Okay. So here, this is the machine, first one, and this is the machine, second one. Okay. So this is the two machines I'm going to use for demo. So look at my screen, guys. Inventory, via inventory, I will update web. Okay. Okay. So just a second. This is the inventory. So guys, first variable which I'm going to teach you, variables in the playbook itself, there are five kind of variables which you have. One is variables in the playbook at var section. Var section. See here. This is the var section. So again, this is the way I'm going to modify the same script which I have modified and used earlier. See here. Look at my screen, please. Now, var sections, I'm going to introduce no tab, only space, vars colon 1 2, and here my name. What is the name? Rajesh K. And package HTTPD. See here, service HTTPD. And this is the variable you declare. See here. So this is the one of the way we declare the variables in the playbook. Okay. Now I'll delete this. Done. So here you have a task. Here you have variables. Now you declare the variable. This is how it is: key value, key value, key value. The section is vars. It's like a task. Now the question is how to use it, how to use the variable in the playbook. So to use the variable, what you have to do, see here it's a hard coding, right? So what you're going to do, and variable name is package. This is also hard coding, right? Variable name is service. See now. So I declare the variable, one of the method. I use the variable in the task. This is the playbook. One of the ways to declare the variable in a playbook. The list from Ansible variable in playbook. Okay, Ansible variable in playbook. So guys, are you comfortable with this? Can I run it? Everyone? Okay.
Yes, Rajesh.
So guys, let me run it. So here I'm going to create a vi var1.yaml. This is a one YAML, Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen I inventory and var1, everything you have in the inventory. So okay, there's a spelling mistake. What is the spelling mistake? I need to check. Some spacing issues or something like that. Let me check. Here it says line number 16, 13 or 16, 13, name, package seems to be correct only. Okay, sorry, should be variable name is equal to. So what should I do is mm, mm, so just a second. I have to I'm thinking to how to fix that. This should be can we fix like this? This is the one of the method like this, but okay, so let's do one thing. Let's little bit of recap this stuff. This format I'm going to use it to avoid more confusion. Okay, so task, this is equal to, this is the service, and this is the little bit of 1 2 1 2. Okay, so now it should be okay. Vi var1 dot yaml, I use the variable here package, here service, save it, run. Okay, now let's check it out whether this has happened or not. So for that, gathering fact, installation is happening. It's a new machine, so installation is happening freshly. Done. See here, that means the interpolations has happened, and I'll validate it using this one. Done. Okay, so here that is done, but guys, I want to display these variables values on the screen also. So do we have any modules as such? So guys, you can use this is a very good module for the debugging purpose, very good module, and the module is debug module. So what you can use, debug module. See here, name prompt debug module, you can use this here. And debug has a two option, vars and message. So here vars my name, I want to print my name Rajesh K. Okay, so I modify this little bit of it, and again var1 dot yaml, vi var1 dot yaml, save it, done. Here it is, and let's check it out whether this printing is happening or not. And here if you see, print has happened, debug module. Okay, so now guys, this is the one of the method in which you can declare the variable. Now can we do one thing, because see, sometime what happens, next problem, look at this next problem. Next problem, what will happen, uh let's copy this playbook, and sometime embedding the variables in the playbook is not a good idea. So would you like to see like this? See, do you like this kind of file where you have so many variables at one file, playbook only? Do you like this? Tell me, do you like this? No. So for this I have a solution. And the second one is
separate playbook.
So second one is like, can we have a variables in a separate file? Yes. Can we have a variable separate file? So here I'm teaching you variables in playbook, but this time variables in playbook, variables in external file in, that's the one thing. So Ansible variable in a external file. So the question is, how can we have it? So let's keep these variables here only, but I will also embed in external files. How? Var files. So let me show you the command. I mean ways to do that. Here it is. Look at this. 1 2. Okay. Now here this variables external file, the path can be anything, relative path or absolute path, whatever it is. But because I have a habit of keeping the external files in the same location, which is here, everything I'm keeping in Rajesh Kumar. So vi external vars, and inside that, you know what, I will copy paste this one. Now what I will do, rest of the things I'll leave it as it is. Only that Ram K Rajesh N, I'll put it up Rajesh in ext file. Okay, I just change the my name only. Rest of the things I'll remain same. Now you must be wondering why I'm doing this. So guys, I want to show you, what about if you declare the same variables in the multiple places, which one will be having highest precedence? You can find it out yourself also. By the way, this table which I showed you, this also tell you that precedence only. Okay, so this is the precedent from the least to greatest. This is the list, okay, and greatest. So this is the way you can check it out. So anyways, I'm showing you right now, so you understand that these variables are here also, and these variables in these files also. The only difference is Rajesh K in Rajesh in playbook. See here, Rajesh in playbook, and here I declare Rajesh in external file. That's all. So can we use this now, guys? This is the variable 2 dot part. So var 2 dot YAML. This is the YAML file. I put it up, and I am running this, and see here. Oh, sorry. I run by mistake var 1. I wanted to run var 2 actually. See, I want to run var 2. Okay, and let's check it out, the debug. See here. So guys, tell me, if you embed the variables in the playbook, or if you embed the variables in the external file, which is having highest precedence? Guys,
External.
yeah. So mind it. So guys, I'll teach you one more ways to declare the variables in playbook, and that is called, you can include at a task level also. Yeah. So this is the third way I'm teaching you. Okay. So let's move on. So guys, this is a Ansible variable at task level also, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, someone was asking some question. I guess I was not able to hear him.
Rajesh, Praveen here. Can you go a little up in the notepad? Yeah, just little got confused. Like no, in the task you are we are giving an install package and everything, but in variable you are specifying a package HTTP and service HTTP, right? So I a little bit confusing what that package and service will do there.
So package is a variable name. No, this is how we declare the variable. This is a variable. This is a variable. This is the variable, and this is the value, right? So if you want to interpolate the value, you use the variable. So this is what I did in YAML file in Ansible, actually not YAML. This is how you interpolate the variable.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So now I'll teach you third ways to declare the variable in the playbook at a task level also. So guys, keep it this one. I'll keep it this one also, but I will declare the task label also. Same variables. Okay. So let's do that at the task level. So guys, in the task level, what you can do is I declare the variable here. Spacing, you have to take care of it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. To name, right? This. Here. So guys, this is the task level. Now this variable I need to create task underscore var dot YAML. This file I need to create. Okay, so I am creating it. So vi task dot var, and the variables also I'll keep it same. Okay, only things I'll change here is Rajesh in task var. Okay, see here task var. I'm using it here. Remember, duplicate variables are there everywhere. Here also embedded same, here also same, here also same. Only I'm changing my name, so you'll understand that how can you declare variable and same time scope and precedence. That is the objective. So guys, let's copy paste this. This is the variable 3 and vi variable 3 dot YAML. And now I'm executing it. And see here. So guys, which is having highest precedent at the task level. So guys, you saw that I showed you how to embed the variables in the playbook, how to refer the variable from the external files, how to embed the variable at the task level and their scopes. Guys, these 3 methods, are you comfortable? Can I show you more method? Are you comfortable so far? Okay, so guys, I'll show you few more method. Let's check it out. Same programs I'm copying. Okay, this time can we set the variable through prompt? Through prompt. Yes, command line prompt. I'm saying that they will prompt you. So can we set the variable through the prompt? Yes, let's do that. So let's open up this file. I am setting up the variable through prompt. How can you set the prompt? Guys, please look at this here. This is the option you have to use that in the play. Okay, in the play you have to use the option for prompting vars prompt. Vars prompt will help you to prompt that variable, and that you set the variables, whatever you type you will set in the variable. This is a word variable. Okay, version. Okay, so here this message prompt means this message, which version do you want to install. This you will be getting at the prompt, and whatever you type it will be set to this particular variable. So now whatever is set to the version I want to display in the screen itself. I can use somewhere else also, but I want to display in the version, I mean the screen also. So Ansible value of version, see here. So value of version, what is the variable name? Version. And look at this, this will become a variable 4. So copy as it is. See, it's very easy if you have starting well with that. So now you see here, simple. I have all these variables apart from this version. I'm prompting it and run it. Change the var 4. Now see which version do you want to install. I print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's not displayed actually, but that has been taken. You cannot see that input that has been taken. You see here. Now you want to display that version. What you can do is here you say don't use tab, private, make it false. So if you make this one false, then you can see that. You can see that. So here, save it. Now see, whatever I'm typing, I can see that. So this is the way you can also set the variable through interactive way. Interactive script, if you want it, then you should use prompts variable. Okay. Now let me show you one more kind of variable in the here, and that is called register variable. Now register variable is little bit special variable. What is a register variable? So guys, register variable is been set with the output of, understand that, mind it, with the output of your tasks. So let's say whatever the output of this or this or this, the variables is set during the runtime, So register variable, that's a thing. So sometime if you want to do that dynamic variable interpolations, then register variable is very useful. So let's understand this. This is the last in the playbook which I'm teaching you, and all examples I'm putting in the same file. Actually, this is a variable through register. Okay, so register here. Now look at this here. So this is an example I'm going to use. Okay, so yeah, so here I'm Ansible register. This is one of the tasks. What I am executing, this is one module. Understand that shell is one module. What command I'm executing? Find out all the txt file which is in the current directory. That means this directory. So do you have any file in the current directory? Touch abc.txt. So I created .txt, so that way these values will be met. So you'll get one file. Now which directory? So in this directory. Any modules output for the sake of. See here, this is a module with arguments. Here in this it will be running, and these output of this one will be set in the with output register variable. This is a being set. Now how can you display this? How can you can use this one any places, but one of the method which I'm going to show you is this one, debug module. So I'm going to use debug module. So let's understand this. If you're not understanding, please ask a questions here. 1 2 here, 1 2 here, with output. So see here I am running one module. Whatever the output is setting up in the with output, and whatever the output is I'm displaying with the debug module. Guys, did you understand that register module? Did you understand this? Everyone? Hello? Yeah. So now
Can you repeat once again?
see, I'm executing one module here. Only look at the selected code. Okay, I'm looking for the selected module. I'm running one of the module, one task,
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Whatever the output of the task, I want to store in the with output, which is a register module. And here I am displaying it. Debug is, you know that debug is a module to display the variables or message, whatever it is. So I'm displaying it. Okay, so now let's check it out. Let's run it. This code, all the codes in my directory, which you all also can access it. So var 5, right? Vi var 5.yaml and run it. And I'm running right now. Var 5 fff, and let's see the output. See that here. So output is in this file. Text file was there, but it didn't find it. So it says unable to change the directory executions. No such file found. So I'm just checking the logic one more time. Ansible register with item example. And here.
Actually, ARGS is a module, right? ARGS, ARGS is a module, right? Which has ARGS,
no,
ARGS.
Okay. See. ARGS should be having the shell chdir. This is not a module. Shell is a module. Shell is a module, and this is the command line parameter to change the directory, which directory should run. So let me show you here. Ansible shell module. ARGS is a parameters. See here. This is a shell module, and chdir is the one of the options. So let me check that command here. So see here, shell module, ARGS, change directory to this one. So ARGS chdir, this is correct. There's no problem. Let me read the message, error message one more time. Unable to change the directory before executions. No such files and directory. Okay, I got this here.
Can we try without?
Just a second. I got this here. Just a second. I'll tell you that what is the problem.
Rajesh, actually, it's checking in the ARS server, right?
Yeah. I got this. The reason I said
it's trying to check the in the
correct. No, the output is guys correct. They are trying to check in the different directories in the ARS server, which is not available. So I have to change this. So for that, I'll tell you what to. Some tricks I'm playing. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll play tricks. So here, go and tmp. Okay. So now the file will be found out as tmp directory. Before that, you know what I will do? Trick. If you are not getting, please tell me. Okay, I will explain you. But I think you will get it because you have written all this playbook all yourself only. I did not help you. Okay, so this I will create a fake file in the ARS somewhere here. And tmp, and what was that? abc.txt. Now a state is equal to touch. Guys, did you understand the logic now? I'm creating a file in our upside because this task runs in a sequence. So here this will create a file, and when it comes for here, it will find out the file. Did you understand that examples? What I did, play the trick. Guys, here understand that logic. These modules can be any modules, any output will be set in the output. So that way you understand. Please have a holistic pictures of it. Okay, I'm just trying to teach you the power of all this stuff. Here, and let's run this. And here, if you see here output, see here, this is the debug module, last one, which let me show you here. This is the debug module. I did not name it, you could have named it. And this is the output actually. That means they found out ABC file. This is the output actually. So here with output, this is the one. Now, do you want to play a little bit hard and you want to only print this file? See, you got so much of information. Do you want to only print out this one or std out? What you can do is little bit play out dot this one. See here with output dot std out. What is our value? abc.txt. Are you getting, guys? This is the list. Sorry, this is the dictionary. Guys, are you getting it? Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So
the error also you told we will be processing like this, right? Yesterday.
Yeah, error also you can process. Yes, error also you can process. The coding is in your mind actually. Coding is in your mind. Got it? Okay, so now let's run this. So let's do this. All codes in you have in the same directory, guys, so you have a reference also. So and now see that, see guys, did you understand now? Guys, did you understand now? Okay,
Why it's
wonderful.
appearing 2 times?
Just a second. This is the 2 machines. No, I have 1 machine and 2 machines.
Okay, sorry.
So here, okay guys, so now this is the also you can try it out. So guys, how many types of variable declaration I taught you in the playbook? Let's first understand this. So I taught you how to embed in the playbook. I hope you are clear. Then okay, I have to go up, sorry. So here first I taught you what are the places you can declare the variable. So many places. Then I taught you how to embed the variable in the playbook itself. But that's not a good actually. You should have a different variable files. That way it's easy to manage. It's all about the easy to manage. That's all. Programming, anyone can write a program, but who can architect the program? That is the best programmer, right? So here every variable should go here. By the way, if you want to override some of the variable at the task label, you can also do at the task label. See here, somewhere here I used it. Third, if you want user interaction to replace the variables value, then you can use this var prompts. Okay, but you want to generate the values during the runtime of the execution of the task, then you have to use register, which I showed you. So guys, these are the ways in which you can use in the playbook. Now, are you comfortable with this? Can I move on to the inventories?
Here, can you show an example of to use the variable from the register? That variable we have registered, right? That registered variable how to use? Can you show one
I have
example?
used, no, here both the places I used, no, here I have used. This is a using only, right? Got
Okay.
it.
Okay, got it.
I got it complete output, and here I filtered the output. Both I have given you copy paste, right?
Yes.
Okay guys, so now let me teach you variables in inventory, and let me tell you guys, this is also very good topic, very good topic. And who will declare the variables in the inventory? Guys, administrator, operations, DevOps guys. So yes, here also there's so many ways to declare the variable. Let me first write it So I will have a proper ways to demo it. First thing, you can declare the variables in inventory at host level. Understand that. Each demo I'll show you, I'm writing it for my reference. Host level. Host level means, you know, the host IP address is like a host. Okay, that's all. Variables in inventory at group level. You know that what is a group level, so I'm not going to teach you again. Variables in the inventory at group of group level. You know that group of group also. Okay, guys, this also you know that. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And fourth one, I want to teach you variables in the inventory using group underscore vars directory. What is this? I'll show you this one. Very interesting topic. This fourth one, very interesting topic. And let me tell you, if you are interacting with the Ansible, you will see this a lot. And last one, which I want to show you, variables in the inventory using host vars directory. Host underscore vars directory. Okay, these are the inventory I'll teach you. After that, I'll teach you some command line variables also. So guys, let's get started. So now, clear, same script I'm going to use it. This is the variable 5. I don't care. Now inventory here, I'm going to edit this. So guys, first thing I want to teach you vars inventory at the host level. Can I do that? So guys, var inventory at the host level, web machines. Guys, one thing you have to hard code. The external var files is must be in a dictionary format. If you declare the variable in the playbook, again in a dictionary format. But when you declare the variable in the ini file, then you have to use equal to, is equal to. Will you remember this all the time? Will you remember this?
Yes, Rajesh.
That's all. It's very simple things to remember. Whenever you declare the variable in any YAML file, colon, ini file equal to. That's a file standard. We have to respect them. That's all. So guys, I am declaring the here my name is equal to Rajesh at host. Simple. I'm declaring only in the one node, by the way, not all the node. Okay, only one node. So guys, this is the machine on 198. My name is a variable, you know that declare already, Rajesh at host. Can I run it? So guys, this is the one. I want to print my name. Where is that my name? So my name should be here. Guys, unfortunately, it did not display. What could be the reason for this? Any idea? Any guesses?
Because we
Task
have
level
set this
variable.
variable in task level.
Task variable is having highest precedence than inventory variable. Did you understand this, guys? Now, guys, task variable is having highest precedence compared to inventory variable at the host level, which I'm teaching you this one, guys. Host level. Guys, are you comfortable? Now, did you understand that? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So now how do you see which is having highest precedent, which is having lowest precedent? I shared with you one URL. You can check this out. I'll share at the top also in the notes. So let me go back to the one here. Okay, so you can decide, but right now we are learning, so we'll get to know ourselves only. So what I need to do is I need to copy this var 5 to var 6. CP var5 to var6. And what I'm going to do is vi var6, and I'm just playing the little bit of tricks here. And here, instead of name, my name, here I will put my name 1, because I don't want to get lost in the scoping now. I want to show you that variable can be declared in the inventory also. That's my objective. So my variable name is my name 1, save it. And I will go and check I will change the inventory also. Okay. And here I will check my name 1. Okay, simple. So 1, done. So guys, can I run this now? Variable 6. And I said Rajesh at the host level or something like that. Okay. So there is some problem here. What is the problem? See, it printed. See, this worked, but there is some problem. I don't know what is this. Any guesses? Guys, any guesses? Any guesses, guys?
My name one variable is not in the playbook.
Not in a playbook, sir. Something else. Something else.
It's specified for the first client alone, first ARS alone.
First ARS, first server alone. Yes. So that means what is stating? The my name one is not defined for these machines. That means scope is applied. So look at this one more time. Inventory. See here. It's only applied for here. There is a problem here. So guys, this is the way you can set the variable at the host level also. Host level, which I showed you just now. But I want to set now at the group level. So what I do, let me show you guys. Very simple. I will go here and type this one. See here. Very simple. Now you understand this. I can leave it as it is. Hardly it will affect. But now let's check it out. And now guys, no problem. So this I taught you at the group level. And similarly you will do at the group of group level also. There's no difference in the group and group of groups. So I will leave it as it is, up to you to try. Now guys, what is this host var and what is a group vars? So guys, sometime what happens, administrator or operations guys, they manage the entire infrastructure. And when I say entire infrastructure, that means hundreds and hundreds of servers are there, and not all at one type. It can be application type, web servers, database, this, that, and different scopes, different variables should be placed. Dev environment, QA environment, pre-production environment, staging environment, production environment, and different environment. You have a different variable. So what do we do? How do we manage the variables at the large scale? So guys, this is okay, but typically you know what we do, we don't define the variables in the inventory file. It's not a good practice, though you can declare it, because I showed you, you can declare it, but we don't use it. Typically whenever you see that in an Ansible code, you will see that inventory has a two directories also, group vars, host vars. These are the directory, again please mind it. But for what? So guys, mind it, this is the directory for variables for group. Simple. Host var is a directory, contains variable for what? Host. Simple. So can I create the host vars and directory and group vars? So guys, I will come out of it. Creating one directory. I am creating guys group vars only right now. See guys, group vars is a directory, but contains file matching with, mind it, matching with group name. I don't know how many of you have understood. Contains file matching with group name. That means it contain a file. Which file? The YAML file. Its format is YAML, but matching with the group name. So guys, here in the inventory, what is the group name? Here, can you tell me what is the group name in my inventory? Web. So guys, inside this directory, I will go and I will create one file, web matching, not a .yaml, matching. And here in this file, you will write all the variables. Typically for time being, I'm using one here, and Rajesh at group vars, same variable value. Guys, tell me whether it's a good or not. Tell me whether it's a good or not. Is it good? This variables format is good. Guys, are you there? Hello?
No, we have to use colon.
Yes, you got it. So guys, is equal to, I said only in INI format. Okay, this is the YAML format, so it should be colon space Rajesh, like this. I hope you you lock this statement forever now. Okay, so mind it. Okay, so here save it, done. So now the skeleton will be like this. Sorry, tree is not there, right? Let me install it. Yum sudo, right? I have to use sudo yum install tree. Yes, here tree. See, skeleton should be, go back, should be like this. See here, group vars web. So here what I said, very simple statement. Vars in a directory using group vars is a directory contain file matching with the group name of the inventory and YAML format. Simple. Now guys, there is one default group. Anyone remember that? What is the default group? Anyone remember? All. So here my name VI, there's a all group also, you can create it. It's up to you guys to think, innovate, scope, precedence, all this thing. All. Here group vars all. See, both the places I declare. So if I see that tree structure, see here, group vars is a directory contain file matching with the name of the group of the name of the inventory, contains variables in what format? YAML format, key and value format. So guys, did you understand now? Did you understand now? Everyone? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, let me tell you, group vars is a directory which is automatically understood by Ansible, by the way. So don't mistake me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm running the Ansible playbook, and I think 6. And let's check it out, which is getting changed. So here I check my name. My name is, see here. See, So guys, variables in the inventory file and variables in the group vars, which is having highest precedence?
Group.
Group.
Yeah. By the way, all has a least precedence. So that's the reason it didn't show you. All and versus group. So group bars, all or versus the specific group. Specific group has a more precedence. That is the reason I said, if you start trying yourself the program, automatically you will learn all this stuff. So this is the one of the way. But I said one more thing, and that is host bar. So guys, host bar is also same thing, which is contain files, but matching with the host name of the inventory, and it's again YAML format. What is the host name? This is the host name. It can be IP address or it can be host name. So guys, I will only change only one machine, not both the machines. So I want to show you. So guys, mkdir host underscore vars, and inside that host vars, I will create this file matching. See the matching. If it is a host name, you will have to write the host name, and inside that I will write my name colon my name colon Rajesh in host vars. Only for the one machine I'm doing it. Understand that. If you want to do it for all the machines, other machines also, you have to create it. So sometime where you can use this, sometime you have a one special machine which you want to override this stuff variable, then you can write a host var. Okay. So host var has a highest precedence than group vars. Mind it. Okay. So guys, when you look at the tree structure like this, look at this. This is a file, this is a file, this is a file. Okay. So now can I run it? Look at this, guys. And look at this here. It has not taken, by the way. What is the reason for it? I'm just thinking about it. Rajesh. It has taken group bars, but host var, I'm expecting host bar. So I might have done some mistake. Let me check this. Host vars 13.233.149 is matching. See, did you find the mistake? Did you find the mistake, guys? Did you get this mistake?
My name one.
The variable name itself is wrong, no? So how it will work? So can I change this? So let's change this. One. If you're not comfortable with the VI editor, you can do changes in this notepad and then run this. And guys, this is the, see that. Look at this here. Here at the host label, here at the group label. So guys, did you understand that skeleton of host var and group bars? All of you. Did you understand this? Everyone?
Yes, Ashish.
This is the inventory content. This is the group bars. So guys, these are the ways in which you can declare the variables in the inventory. Host label in the inventory, group label. You can do the GOG label also, group vars also, host vars also. Now I will teach you last one method, okay, before moving further, and that is variables in command line. Okay, so I think I will not here give you the demo rather than I'll ask you to find out yourself here now in front of me. So guys, Ansible -H connection option not, privileges option not. Guys, can you tell me how can I pass the variables over the command line? So, and these questions I will ask to Rubini. Can you tell me? Look at my screen here. How can I pass the variables and values over the command line?
Let me think.
Not think. Look at the screen. It's there. Output. I mean that. What do you say? Answer is on your screen.
No, I don't get it.
Okay. Open question, guys. Anyone?
Extra var.
Wonderful. So guys, here it is. No -E options. How can you -E? Key value. If you want to pass it one, but if you want to pass it multiple file over the command line, it can be YAML or it can be JSON. How? With this -E at the rate of file name. So you can pass this one also. By the way, that is the reason I have shared my references also. In these references, you have a playbook, inventory, external files, group vars, prompt, include at task label, command line, include vars, and registered also. So this is the end of the demo for the topic, which is variables. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.